Okay, question number 33. X and Y are two plane coils parallel to each other that have a common axis. There's a constant direct current in Y. Okay, there's a constant direct current in Y, which means what? So I can find out what is the magnetic field. So if I consider, look at the figure over here. So if I consider that the current is going in this direction, the magnetic field would be along my thumb, right? So therefore, magnetic field is along my thumb. So this should be, oh, I didn't start the timer. Okay. So this is my north. If this is the north here, this plane of the other side should be south over here. Okay. X is first moved towards Y. X is first moved towards Y and later is moved away from Y. Okay. So initially you move X like this and then you bring it backwards. What as X moves is the direction of the current in X relative to that in Y. Okay. When you move towards it, now what is happening? So the south part of that is the south pole of this one now is nearby to it. Okay. And as a result of it, now this will start rejecting it. X will start rejecting it. In other words, this should become south pole over here. When this becomes south pole, that means what happens? The current should now be in this direction, right? Current should be direction, so that this becomes your north pole, right? The thumb is now indicating this direction, so therefore this should become your north pole. So in X, this should become your north pole. So therefore, now if this becomes a north pole, what is the direction of the current over here? So it should be anti as compared to the Y, right? It should be opposite to that of the Y. So it should be opposite to that of Y, and hence these two are incorrect. These two are incorrect. These two are incorrect. Okay. Next. So one of them should be correct here. Then next is if you move away from me. See, now we have looked at like this over here. When you start moving like this over here, when you start moving in the opposite direction, what should the south pole do? South pole should say, okay, I am not going to let you go outside. It should act opposite. The induced EMF here should act opposite. So therefore, this will become north pole and this will become south pole, right? When this becomes north pole, then the current in this coil will be the same sense as that seen in the Y over here. So therefore, this should also be going like this. So therefore, same direction as in Y. So therefore, in the first case, it should be opposite. Second case, it will be same. So the answer is C over here.